members of Technical Campus, and today we are continuing with our past video. In the last video, we have discussed about the third unit. Subject is ISEE and module. And we are talking about the third unit. As we discussed in the third unit, it is the name of the third unit is leveraging information system. Means how information system is beneficial and how you can get the profit from the information system. How you can get the how IS is supporting for achieving your goals and the profit. The third unit name is leveraging information system. So according to your syllabus. Okay, and still now we have discussed about the what is the information system development and project management. So in that case, as from last video, we are going to discuss about the SDLC, and I told the long form that is the system development life cycle. So what are the different phases? So there are 7 different phases in the system development life cycle. So what are those 7 different phases while running a particular system for making a working project or some any user defined project? So what is actually project? It's simply you just need a software project, and another is attributes. So what is the, that is these are the some points that we need to know. What is the purpose of the project? What is the goal of the project? What is the time frame? And what is the interrelated task and resources? And what is the ownership? So when we are going to talk about the very first point, that is the purpose of the project. So you must decide what is the actual use of that project in a live market, or what is the use of that project to the end user. That purpose should be decided by the end user very first thing. Then the goal you must know where and in which environment that particular project is going to use, and what is the primary decision, what is the primary use of that project. That is, we are talking about the goal of that project. And the time frame, you must decide. Every as project is a time bounded activity, so you must know what is the time required for that project, what is the starting time, what is the end time. Then interrelated tasks and resources, that means all kinds of, because a project is a collection of very different modules, so very n number of tasks will be there that will get distributed to the different departments and peoples. In case of resources, the people, the working peoples, the engineers who are making the projects are the key factor of that project. So you must think about the basic attribute, that is the important attribute of a project to think, that is the interrelated tasks and the resources required in software, hardware, peoples, working peoples. And last is ownership. Who is going to own of that project? That is the project sponsor. The primary ownership of the primary customer of the project is the project sponsor, and the various stakeholders are already there. Number of stakeholders may be there who are who are part of that project, who are involving their money and resources to that project. But one project sponsor, that is the primary user of that project. So these are the 5 different attributes of the project. And when a particular project is going to develop, then there is a complete cycle of 7 phases. These are the 7 phases, a complete cycle of 7 phases, which is responsible for the development of that system or development of that software project. Now, what are the different phases? The planning phase, you must plan your project in accordance with your resources in accordance with your time requirements, and accordingly you must analyze the resources required, you must analyze the financial project investment, then design that particular project using that software and hardware needs, then development, final development of that project using your team members. Once project is developed, you need to test it before launching into the market. And after the testing, and it will go to the final implementation into the market. So testing is very important phase before implementation of project into the market. Once project is get launched into the market, you must go through the maintenance phase. You must consider the maintenance phase because regular maintenance and feedback of the project is required once the project is launched in the market. So these are the 7 different phases that we need to consider in a life cycle of the development of any system. So let me show you some slides where you will get some more ideas. So see, according to these slides, the system development life cycle, it is an overall process for developing information system from planning, analysis through implementation and maintenance. So let me show the slide. So different phases. So very first is the planning phases. Planning phase establish a high level of plan of the intended project and determines project goals. Analysis phase, where you need to analyze the end user business requirements and defining project goals into defined functions and operations of the integrated system. Here you must analyze the all your resources and the number of people going to involve in that project. Third one is the design phase. See what the slide is telling. It simply establishes descriptions of the desired features and operations of the system, including screen layout, business rules, process diagrams, pseudocode, and other documentation. So in this phase, you must go for the basic structural diagram, process diagram, complete layout of the project, documentation kind of work, and all kinds of pseudocodes you must design in the design phase. So a complete project is get designed on paper or it get designed in a model or some code in some design pattern in this phase. Once that pattern of the design is get finalized, then you must go to the development phase. So according to the design, number of models once get decided and models, small models, medium, middle level models, and large models. Once all the models are finalized, then all the models can be developed and arranged in a particular manner according to the design documents. So what is the development phase? It involves taking all the detailed design documents from the design phase and transforming them into the actual system. So this is the particular phase where you have to develop your product or your project according to the design, whatever you decided in the previous phase, that is design phase. So once design phase is finalized, then development phase becomes very simple. Once you develop your project, once it gets finalized, then it needs to be tested before launch into the market. So what is the testing phase? It involves bringing all the project pieces, that is all the small modules and the distributed models need to get integrated at one platform and that needs to be tested as a complete project. I repeat my sentence. In a testing phase, all the individual modules as well as all the separated modules need to be collected on a single platform and then they need to be tested as a single complete project. So testing phase involves bringing all the project pieces, that is all the small modules, together into a single testing environment to eliminate errors, bugs, and the bugs means any software errors. So all the software errors, bugs, and verify that the system meets all the business requirements defined in the analysis phase. Once your testing phase is completed, it means that your project is finalized in all aspects. Your project is not having any kind of bug or any kind of error. And in the testing phase, you have integrated your all modules in a single on a single platform. So once your testing phase is completed, means we can say that the 90% of your project is completed. Now it's a time to implement that project into the user environment. So in case of user environment means where that project is actually going to use. So implementation phase involves placing the system into production so users can begin to perform actual business operations with it. In the sense, in the implementation phase where the user is actually going to use the project, implement the project as per the his requirements. So once the project is testing is get completed, now it is get launched and it is get implemented into the user operations. So users start to begin the various business related operations with that project. So now project is in a working. So next, and the last phase is known as the seventh phase and it is known as the maintenance phase. Once project is in the market, once it is executed in the market, in the user environment, then it needs or it's a responsibility of the company or the organization who developed that project to continuously take feedback, continuously review how the project is responding in the market. So, and if there are some there are some regular maintenance is required, some updations are needed in the market according to the time phase, then it should be done in time by the company. So maintenance phase involves performing changes, corrections, additions and upgrades to ensure the system continues to meet its business goals. So whatever the time goes, as the time goes, the project needs to be great, project needs to be correct, needs some changes, performing changes, and to ensure the system continues for the future goals, to meet the future goals, business needs, it requires to take a regular maintenance and follow up that project which we launch in the market. And this regular follow up is the role of or is the kind of maintenance phase. So in maintenance phase, the maintenance engineers and the maintenance people should take a regular follow up of the project so they can make the necessary corrections, upgradations in the project. So these are the various several phases that we discussed today. So these are the seven different phases that we discussed today about the planning, from the planning of the project to the analysis of the requirement and resources till the design, develop, once design on the design on paper or design of the project, then according to the design, the development of the project and testing before launching the project, then once it is launching, then implementing the project in the user environment, and last is the taking regular follow-up of that project and maintaining it to achieve the future goals, business goals, and do the regular upgradations and necessary corrections in the project. That is the kind of maintenance phase and the last phase of the SDLC. So the system development life cycle is containing these seven different phases. Every stage is in proper sequence and every phase is important, still from the planning to the maintenance. So today we discuss about the attributes of the project, like the purpose for the project, goal, time frame, related tasks, resources, and ownership. Try to understand and try to remember the keywords. So these are the five attributes of the project, and these are the seven phases of the project development life cycle. So today we are going to stop. try to understand the headlines and try to remember the keywords. The question may ask about the SDLC phases, but any one or two phases we can ask. So next time we will discuss about the managing data resources. That is the next part of this third unit. Let's talk for today. Thank you to all of you. Thank you.